Not my podcast, but I'll start out with Adam Hill.
We'll get into the retweet. So.
There you go. John Von Tobel's going to be along in a little bit. He's just finishing up his shift tonight with VSiN. So I'll say a little bit of a surprising result. I had Baylor going into the game. I thought they had a good chance to win the game. I didn't think they'd blow out to a gigantic lead, but they played an awesome first half. They destroyed Gonzaga on the boards. Gonzaga refused to go away from its defensive plan of switching, and Baylor hit a lot of threes. So turns out to be a 16-point game. Really impressive. Baylor's a damn good team. It's a great story. We can get to all that, but my God, the casuals are out tonight, Adam. With the absolute of a one-game set. And as we joke all the time, there's a lot of people who don't watch college basketball all year, so they get their conclusions from a couple of games. And tonight, the biggest narratives out there are, well, Gonzaga, West Coast Conference, they get a wake-up call tonight. They just don't play a schedule. I read this one a little while ago. At no point this season did Zag basketball have to defend, deal with this level of intelligence, tenacity, athletic ability, physicality, just an overwhelming reality wake-up call. As true a real deal as I've seen in a while. What?
Okay.
Gonzaga destroyed Kansas, Iowa. Who else was on the schedule this year? Virginia.
Actually, just what I was looking up right now. But yeah.
Virginia. They beat Kansas, who split with Baylor. So you're right. They hadn't seen anything like this all year. Give me a break. And then, of course, we got the Big 12 fans acting like SEC football fans where they're like, Big 12 competition. You're right. The gauntlet that you have to face in the Big 12. That has very good teams. But you also have to face TCU, Kansas State, and Iowa State this year. Can we just come out of a game going, you know what? Both teams are really good. And one of the teams had a great night. The other team did not. And it resulted in a lopsided game for much of the game.
Yeah, and also let's look at some other details. One being something I'm echoing. I'm not sure why, but one being before the game, and we had Kelvin Sampson on the radio show today, and we said to him, and I asked him before the game, I said, how much does the way Gonzaga won in the semifinal affect this game tonight? And he said he said that was a good question. Or he said it was a legitimate question, I think, compared to your question, which was a fine question too. But I think that was a big factor. Like, to me, they had to put everything they possibly had into somehow surviving that game, which they didn't expect to. They took a huge shot, and they had time getting up off the mat today. And here's the other factor, and Pro Martini Maker kind of says it, but I'll expound on that a little bit. They made, I think it was their first 6 3-point attempts, and A, it built them a lead for sure, and that was a factor. But B, what I really think it did was it made them extend their defense so much that Baylor was then able to just kick it to the free throw line and 15 feet out all around the basket and just operate there at will. They were just free to do whatever they wanted at that range because everyone had to come out and guard the 3-point line because they were absolutely on fire, which I was freaking out about because one of my actually my biggest bet of the day was the under on total 3-pointers made in this game, which made me sweat when they wouldn't miss one. It did stay under. So I'll take the win. But that was scary for a while. They couldn't miss. It was crazy.
You had no shot at the under. No shot at the under. Like 8 minutes in. None.
Yeah. It was like 6 in the first 8 minutes.
Well, I mean, once it goes out to like 29-10, you got to be like, oh my God. Now Gonzaga is just going to start bombing from 3. So, but they never got hot all night. So I mean, I think the start of the game through the early part of the first half, Baylor was 10 of 19 and Gonzaga was 1 of 9. I mean, you can't. Gonzaga was shooting 54% overall. You're minus 27 from the 3-point line. You got no shot.
Well, and that and all the attempts. So by halftime, and I think people might be surprised by this, but by halftime, Gonzaga was shooting at a higher rate than Baylor was. Gonzaga's field goal percentage at halftime was higher, and at the end of the game it was too. But Baylor had so many more attempts because they absolutely dominated on the glass, and as you mentioned, the margin from 3 was insurmountable. And Gonzaga is not necessarily a 3-point shooting team anyway. They're the most efficient offense in the country inside the 3-point line. And then as Baylor got a lead, they basically just extended their defense and said, hey, if you want to go inside, go ahead. You're not going to make a bunch of 3-pointers and come back on us, which I thought was a very smart strategy as well. But the 2 biggest factors to me in the game, or 3 biggest, I'll say, rebounding, which all kind of ties in with the athleticism. And that athleticism also caused some turnovers early in the game as well, especially when Jalen Suggs got 2 fouls and couldn't handle the ball. So that became a factor too. There's so many things here. But the rebounding and athleticism, which I kind of tied together, the early 3-point success by Baylor to extend the lead and extend the defense of Gonzaga. And then, kind of Baylor playing kind of smart. And Gonzaga had a couple of chances. They got it to 9 in the second half, had some momentum, and then Baylor answered. And then the other one was there was a stretch in the game where Gonzaga missed 5 straight free throws, which they just don't do. And one of those was the front end of a 1-and-1. And they were at that point in the game, they were around 12 or 13. You get it down under 10 there and put some pressure on them, but they can't do it. They miss the free throws, and it's all over.
Baylor's a really good team, and they might be one of the best, 15 teams of the 21st century. If you look at KenPom numbers, they're right up there. The gap between the two of them, I think, was like 2 points, and that was like maybe 35-9 to whatever, 33-8 or something. KenPom still has Gonzaga number 1. What would you, if they played, give it a week, right? If they played again, what would you make the line? Like Baylor a slight favorite?
Gonzaga 4?
It would still be Gonzaga 4?
Yeah, I mean it's large. Well, it might move a lot on the money. A lot of money might come across and
answer my question. What would you make it? Not your power ratings. What would you make it? You'd make Baylor a slight favorite.
No, it would still be Gonzaga favor.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, if you make Baylor a favorite, Wise guys will pound this game. They would pound Gonzaga.
This is so dumb. Come on, Marcus.
I know.
He was a freshman at UNLV. He was getting minutes. He was incredibly raw. He was behind a JUCO All-American in Shakur Houston. He got about the time he should have gotten. He was a nightmare defensively. Like, as a raw athlete and shot blocker, JTT was very good. But he missed a lot of assignments and, wasn't great covering the pick and roll. Now that said, JTT was going to be an all-conference player with UNLV. He would have destroyed this conference. So I was thinking tonight, watching Jonathan Chachua, right? As I'm watching him, I'm like, God damn, just like I said when all these guys transferred out, Menzies had done a pretty good job of collecting talent. And the response I got most often from people was, who?
Yeah.
Okay, well, he just won a national title. So, and he's going to be a major player for Baylor. But he shouldn't have gotten more than whatever he got, the 16 or 17 minutes for UNLV his freshman year. That's about what he should have gotten.
It's funny that Marcus made this point because I was watching the game with some friends of mine, a couple of them who are pretty close followers.
Think about it. An indictment on his coaching. He got a Big 12 big man to come to UNLV.
Yeah. So
it's part of coaching.
What I was getting at is exactly – it was almost exact opposite after the game. What I said to the people that I was watching with was, what an indictment on how dumb Rebel fans are that thought it was no big deal to lose him. Yep. So funny that he also used the word indictment. I read it a different way. I read it on indictment on how dumb people were when they were like, who cares if he's leaving? What did he do? Okay. You don't want a truck to just run people over?
I didn't see any of this during his freshman year that he needed to get more minutes. And Menzies was blowing it by playing Shakur Houston in front of him. Stop.
Yeah.
No, the story is that as we now unravel the Menzies years, he had a lot of talent on the team. And I thought at the time he deserved a 4th year. And I don't know what was the deal in this market. Now I hear more and more Menzies was lazy, which I don't know, man. I know you're an African American, Marcus. Okay.
Yeah, nobody believes that.
Right. I know Xavier Pope didn't.
I don't.
4 months ago. But as I've seen now, have you seen the players go and play other places? He had talent. And whatever. I'm not going to rewrite history here because there are a lot of people that didn't think Marvin was very good. I thought he was fine. I thought they were ascending. They had won 11 games in the Mountain West Conference, which you guys all freaking, creamed your jeans over the fact that Otts had won one more game the next year in conference. So, but the bottom line is UNLV had some talent, and I don't know what he would have added to that talent for the next year to that group if he had gotten a shooter and if Ethan Anderson was ready to play point guard, and I think he was at the Mountain West Conference level, they would have been fine the next year. But anyway, I liked the year I got to cover JTT. I thought he was really cool, quiet guy, but you could just tell the way he carried himself. Real professional. Fuck, I cannot remember. There was a big man on the team that year. I just remember JTT on one of the team flights. It was one of the backup big men, a veteran, and JTT was like I think JTT had an injured knee or his knee got jacked up during a game. He had it iced, and he was like, "Can I sit in the double seat here?" And whoever it was like, "No." And JTT looked at him like, "Dude, like, all right, I'm a freshman, so I'm not going to tell you that I'm better than you, and I will always be better than you, and I have a brighter future than you." But I just remember sitting there, and I'm like, "Well, he handled that well." Even though the guy in the wrong, of course, is the teammate who won't give up his goddamn double seat.
I thought it was Georgie.
Yep.
So
yeah. Yep. It was. I forgot. Yeah. I forgot Georgie was on the team. Yes. Yep. Georgie's like, nope, I'm a veteran. Like, dude, you don't play. This guy is going to be a freaking like a beast big man in college basketball. Get up.
Georgie Slavancinen.
Oh my god!
For those that don't follow UNLV basketball closely, what a career he had.
Yeah. Oh, he had a career. It was very interesting.
Oh, living room JVT.
Oh yeah, bro.
It's a whole new JVT.
Jesus, he's got the VSIN hair too. His hair never looks as good on the podcast or on the on Cofield and Company. Nice job.
Just got off the air, boys. Live broadcast during national championship game. The whole time sitting there wondering, Marvin really blew it with JTT. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Really blew it by recruiting him, bringing him in.
Right.
Yeah. Actually getting that guy to go to UNLV. He blew it.
Yeah. What a terrible evaluator of talent.
I'm going to leave, John, but I just tell you, we were talking about the casuals rising up, and now Gonzaga sucks and the West Coast Conference sucks, and this is the difference when you play in a conference like the Big 12. You're ready. And I read that, Adam, you didn't see that tweet earlier that I read? That at no point this season did Gonzaga have to defend on this level or with this level of intelligence, tenacity, athletic ability, physicality, just overwhelming reality wake-up call.
It's just stupid.
Do you know who it is?
No.
He works with you.
Uh-oh.
He covers football.
Oh, yeah, okay.
And now he's a Baylor college basketball expert. So that's what we're talking about. So make sure tomorrow, strong takes from Vinny B on Raider Nation Radio 920.
Do they not get credit for going to a championship game? I've never really understood this. You know what I mean? Like, hey, soft conference, can't get it done against the big boys, despite the fact that they've been at the Sweet 16 how many consecutive years? And national titles in 2 out of the last 4. Is that correct? Something like that.
So they haven't had to deal with any kind of size or tenacity or athleticism, John.
Yeah. I mean, look, I think Baylor was severely underrated in their ability to create, especially off the bounce. You saw a little bit of what UCLA did to them, except tell me if this analysis is wrong. I feel like with UCLA, Juzang was creating his own look, but they were all contested mid-range shots, and they were just insanely lucky that half of them were going in. Where Baylor, it's pick and roll after pick and roll, and we're just going to make you get out in space and defend. And our athleticism, we're either going to blow by you or you're going to leave our forward, and he's going to finish. I thought the game plan was awesome from Baylor today.
It was, but I think, and we were just talking about this, but I do want to go back and watch this, but I'll get your take. And I know you're on the air, so it's a little bit tough. This is the first half, so you weren't on the air yet.
Mm-hmm.
The fact that Baylor made their first, I think it was 6 attempts from 3.
Yes.
is what decided the game. Not just because they got a lead, obviously that's too easy to say, but Gonzaga had to extend their defense so far, and so they're out contesting the ball 30 feet away from the rim because every three is going, and now all of a sudden that arc at 15 feet all around the rim is just wide open. So they're just tossing it over mid range, knocking down easy jumpers, and then if you collapse on that, then they're going back to the 3-pointer again. Them making those shots is really what determined how the game was going to go, and from multiple perspectives. Building a lead for one thing, of course, but also everything else they were going to do, and obviously just the sheer athleticism and like power to out rebound them in the way that they did. They were 30. Sorry, I'm trying to blank on it. 14-1 on the offensive boards. It was like 34-17, something like that total.
All I know is that the one number I do know, offensive rebounding rate tonight was 48.2%.
Right.
That's so dumb.
Yeah, pretty much half.
So I would say with your breakdown there really quickly, I would disagree with the phrasing of it. What'd you say? Cost them the game, or the game was won right there, whatever it was, just because of that fact. The rebounding was freaking like great. Sure. And like and those were rebounds where they were just going up and winning at the point of attack. Like that was just, I'm more athletic than you. You're underestimating how athletic I am, and I'm just going to explode through this and grab this thing with two hands. And like I thought that was a really big difference as well. Like how good they were in that area of the floor, the restricted area.
And then I see the Suggs look crushed for the first 15 minutes. You mean when he wasn't playing? Because he got 2 fouls right away, and then they had to put him in at the end of the first half to try to chase because they were falling so far behind. But another factor in this is that Suggs picked up 2 fouls right away and had to sit for most of the first half, and then they didn't have a ball handler, so they were turning the ball over left and right because they didn't have anybody to handle the ball.
But at that point, like, it's the national championship game, right? Like, do you not just go, like, come on, Mark, fuck it, put him out there?
Well, he did eventually.
Well, I know eventually, but like I'm looking at it, the way the game is going at this point right now. What's up, man? Like, but you know what I mean? Like when he takes 2 fouls, the way this game is going, this is win or go home. This dude's a future pro. Why don't you trust him to play with the 2 fouls? Like the immediate, like, oh man, we got it. It's like you don't have any more games left. Just play him.
Yeah, well, he's also a freshman, which I think it makes it a little bit tougher. And as you said, I mean, he's played.
He's gonna be a pro next year, Adam. He's gonna be top 5 pick.
Sure. I mean, I agree with that. I think they were panicked to the point of, hey, it's a championship game. Obviously, he was a little bit too jazzed up coming out, and that's why committed the fouls. One was just penetrating way too far and charging. And then I don't even remember the other one. It was somewhat weak. But I think, I think you look at it and say, hey, he's way too like emotional and aggressive right now. Let's give him a chance to settle into the game and sit him on the bench. But you thought you'd be able to at least keep contact with Baylor and then put him back in, maybe down 10. All of a sudden you're putting him back in down 19. And then they rallied. And I thought, what Baylor did really well is obviously they took advantage of playing with the lead, but then every time Gonzaga made any kind of a run, down to 12, down to 10, down to 9 at one point.
In the second half, they got it down to 9. I thought they were going to do it.
Yeah, they just turned it on, and I plus 8.5, which really annoyed me. Today's game is where live betting really screws you. And I know LV Pickle Gamer was on here, and he's been trying to go the same way, trying to get some in-game stuff. But I bet Baylor before the game. I usually try to take a side before the game and then just play off of that as it goes, or play it as it gets to the first time out or whatever. But playing the 4.5 was great. All you need is the run at the end to get back to the middle. But like you play your plus 4.5 with Baylor, and then you're just constantly trying to play back and find that middle. And I got the plus 4.5 plus, and then I had Gonzaga plus 4.5 and plus 8.5, and try to get it there, but just never got there and never really had a chance. So you're giving away wins, is what you're doing.
That's so weird. So Steve had Baylor plus 4.5, Gonzaga 7.5. I had Baylor 4.5 and Gonzaga 8.5.
Yeah, that's what I had.
Yeah, so we're all like trying to hunt. And now I did get away. I got out of it because I hit 2 of the plus. I had Baylor first to 10 and first to 15.
Nice.
So that was cool. Those are fun, by the way. That was actually the first time I've ever bet one of those. And like I can understand why those are so attractive. Like that was a lot of fun.
There was a game, and I wish I could remember what it was. It might have been Abilene Christian, Texas. I definitely could be wrong about this, but it was one of the games on the first weekend of the tournament. And they had the first to 15 bet, and I was with somebody that had bet the first to 15 on a huge underdog, like plus $7 or something crazy to first to 15. And the underdog team was the first to 10, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, and 45, but not 15.
Oh,
Hilarious.
that's awesome. So really quickly too, going back to one of your points, I also want to say that I think what might be underrated is how freaking good Baylor was defensively. And I asked you guys this before when you guys had me on. I thought the one difference between UCLA and Baylor was Baylor can switch pretty much 1 through 5 and have somebody sturdy enough to handle the mismatch. Every once in a while Gonzaga found, was it Timmy on a guard? But I thought the way they switched along the perimeter just kept pushing them out. Dude, Ayayi had 2 3-pointers? And they both came in the second half. They were great. They were so good defensively.
Yeah, they were really good. And the lead helped them be a little bit more aggressive, I thought. That they didn't have to worry, hey, if you give up a layup here or there, because they did. There was a lot of plays where they just gave up really easy layups on, overplaying on the perimeter. But when you have a big lead, you can do that. Take chances, and you force some turnovers, and you'll trade a couple of turnovers here and there in easy runouts for giving up some layups because you've got a lead to play with. So it helped them. I just thought jumping out to that big lead helped everything that they wanted to do today. And they had a really good game. And, before you got here, we were talking, we had Kelvin Sampson on today, which when I will just go behind the scenes a little bit.
Oh, yeah.
When me and Steve got a text this morning from Ari, the wonderful esteemed producer of Cofield and Company, that said, "Hey guys, we have Kelvin Sampson today."
Huh.
I thought it was clearly a mistake.
Right.
I was like,
Yeah,
wait a minute. We don't have Kelvin Sampson on today. What are you talking about?
No, that's a great producer though, because both of us were like, "Wait, you called Kelvin Sampson 2 days after the season ended?" And then should I ruin it, Adam, or not, or should we just give him credit that he's got balls of steel? That he's like, "Get over it, come on." I talked to Ari after the show, and he's like, "I'll be honest, I didn't make the connection."
Oh, okay. Oh,
would have been great.
I said that. So tonight I didn't know that happened.
That Houston was just in the Final Four. He just forgot.
Yeah, I didn't know that happened, and we were talking about it when I was at dinner with some people, and they were like, "Wow, it's pretty crazy that Kelvin Sampson came on." And I was like, "My guess is that Ari had no idea that they just lost and just called him because he was in the Rolodex and just didn't know." And it turns out, I guess that's true. I didn't even know that. But yeah, that was what I predicted. So that's funny.
It would have been better if it was Kevin Simpson, former Morehead State guard. You know what I mean? He just made a mistake.
I was like, when I got the text, I wanted to text Steve and be like, "All right, who do we really have on that awesome. Is someone around the name of Kelvin Sampson?" But he was good, and the reason I brought him up, Ari, was because we talked to him about what after a game like Gonzaga had on Saturday, how hard is it to bounce back? And he said that will be a huge, huge factor. And I think we saw that coming out. They really just were not ready, I think, emotionally to take the floor. And then you get pounded with 3 after 3 after 3. It's demoralizing.
Yeah. Which, by the way, makes that Villanova game all the more ridiculous. The way they've shot the ball the last 3 games, Baylor.
Yeah.
That Villanova game where they couldn't hit shit. So let me ask you, this is my other question I had for you. And since Steve's here, maybe he can comment unless he doesn't feel like popping in again. Because I have always heard about how poor of a coach Scott Drew is.
In game?
Yeah. So and look, you're right about he didn't have to make any adjustments really today. You know what I mean? It was a very smooth run for him today. But he did just win a national championship game. Has he changed at all as a coach, or was this just I recruited a hell of a team, got a couple of good transfers, and we got here?
I think it could be both. I mean, I think it's just, not screwing it up, letting the dudes that you have on the team win. I think it's a lot of that. But anybody that's on the job for this long is going to learn. They're going to pick up things. They're going to figure things out. And they're going to have assistants who are there longer and understand how to do different things. I think all those things could be true. It was one of the things we talked about with Dave Rice for so long, right? That people were like, "Oh, this guy sucks. He can't coach in game." It's his first head coaching job.
Bro, I remember there was a moment when they played UCLA, right? When they played UCLA at the Maui Invitational, and they were playing a 2-3 zone, or no, excuse me, they were playing a 3-2 zone, And like the big coaching development for UNLV in that game was that he had, I think it was Patrick McCaw, just running baseline to baseline like the entire game. It's like a topic of conversation, like exploit the corners. They can do it.
I like it. But it's not even just X's and O's. And I think people think about, in-game coaching as just X's and O's and adjustments.
Right.
But it's not. And Dave Rice, we've talked about this time and time again, but Dave Rice is, one of his biggest problems, or a couple of his biggest problems, were just managing personalities and like figuring out how to tell an assistant coach he's an assistant coach. Please don't make that comment on our live stream. This is dangerous.
Oh yeah.
No,
Rachel, put it up.
No. Now we're let's just shut this whole thing down. Oh God damn it! If you swing 3-1, you gotta do better.
Ooh, what are we watching?
I bet the Padres, they just lost.
Oh, okay.
3-1, down 3-2, 2 on, 2 out, fly out.
So I am getting into the league, like I'm researching, but I have watched every single Angels game so far.
That's your team.
Bro. The worst thing is hope, and they're giving me hope through these first few games.
The Angels kind of did a usual Angels thing of like they collected a bunch of names that were like all-stars 2 or 3 years ago to go along with Trout. But I feel like it's actually a decent team. I mean, you've got obviously Trout and Ohtani are great to build around. I think, and I don't know what his issue is because he's been on like 9 teams in the last 3 years now.
Mm-hmm.
Like I think Jose Iglesias is freaking awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I mean, he's an unbelievable defensive player. I think he can hit. Like, bringing him in is good. Obviously, they still have Upton, who I think looks 24. He's got to be 38 by now. And then they've got, the guys. I mean, Kurt Suzuki. How long has he been around?
Yeah, dude.
Kind of bouncing around.
Here's the thing: how they built it, though. So I'm looking at their contract. So I wanted to make sure I got this right. So they have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11 of those guys are on 1-year expiring deals. Dylan Bundy, Jose Quintana, Heaney comes off the books. They have one more dude, Shohei Ohtani. You might know him. They got him for 2 years, and then after that, there's only 6 players on this team that have a contract that's over 2 years. Like they're just stripping this down, but it's actually through 4 games. Might be pretty good. Jared Walsh, MVP odds. If they had a most improved player, come on. Got the answer at first base. Kick Pujols out of here. Have you seen this Chris Rodriguez kid?
Yeah, I've been watching him.
Dude. He's pretty good.
I have the same weird Ohtani obsession that you do. So
I have a lot of pictures of Buff Ohtani. Yeah.
Didn't you send us one today?
Yeah, I sent you guys one the other day. Yeah, I sent one to. I sent one to McKinnell too, playing the White Sox. Yeah. He's got there's one where he's here. Let me show you. I can show you a couple. Hold on.
There's another one. Dexter Fowler. Thanks, Jim. Like they're just collecting guys that were great that I thought were great 4 years ago, but it's working right now.
But here's the thing too, because they have all these expiring contracts, which means you're gonna like try to get some guys next year. I don't know who the free agents are off the top of my head for next year's class. I'll have to look this up. But if you set your team up this way, and Albert Pujols is gone, all that stuff. Spend some fucking money, right? Like you have no excuse this offseason. Like there was like Garrett Coles and all sorts of guys that passed you by. Like this is the offseason. Let's go. And remember that year CJ Wilson, who was the Texas Josh Hamilton? Correct? Am I misremembering? Yep, Josh Hamilton. He signed both of them after those Rangers World Series teams. It was a nightmare. Pujols, we all know how it went. Can't do it again. I'm gonna look up Buff Ohtani now.
Is Jared Walsh going to win MVP? Is he going to be the James Harden? Are you going to change your Twitter handle and everything?
I'm going to change that for Shohei. I feel like Ohtani deserves it.
Well, he's going to get hurt. Dude, he didn't get through yesterday. I don't know. He's going to be. He's okay, but he didn't get through his first start.
No, dude, but he's a baller. You see, he came in today.
He pitch hit. He got hit by a pitch, right?
I didn't see. I just saw that he pinched hit. I was driving at that time, so maybe he did.
Either walked or get hit by a pitch. I think
he's a tough motherfucker, dude. He ain't going down.
Well, look how ripped he is.
No, I'm trying to find. I'm going to show you right now.
Are you going to throw a photo up of Buff Ohtani?
Buff Ohtani. Now this is the classic. I want to show you the classic.
You got the side by side.
Let's see. Screen share. Ooh, not that screen. Better close that.
Uh-oh. Not good.
Oh, I can't do that. Here we go. Like, look at this. Look at this man. Look at this man.
That's not the photos that you sent.
Ooh, look at that. Look at, you can see the vein running through the delt. Look at this guy.
Which photo are you looking at?
Huh?
Which photo are you looking at?
Oh, I was looking at the wrong screen. Sorry. I'm sorry. Look at him right here. Look at how yoked he is. The big picture.
With his hands behind his back? Yeah.
Yeah, this one. Look at
His
this.
shoulders are just jacked.
Oh, look at this one. Bam. look at that, dude.
Oh, Tony.
Dude, he is. Trust me, in 4 years, my plan, he's going to be an outfielder every day. He's not going to pitch. Just stick him in right field. His athleticism is absolutely fantastic. He'll be fine there. They've been trying to fill that hole for a while.
Doesn't he need to start struggling on the mound, though? Like, to just end this experiment?
Am I being too pessimistic? It's not like he was good, but like if anybody watched him pitch, like almost every pitch, he was having a lot of trouble with his command. One of the runs they scored was on a splitter that was just like way too far into the dirt, right? That I think was who was catching yesterday, was it Stasi? He was really good, and the numbers wow you, but like it wasn't the cleanest of efforts. You know what I mean? 4 2/3, 90 pitches, I think. Come on now.
Yeah, but I mean, he only pitched twice last year.
Yeah, what I'm saying is we need that to continue, right? He needs to be poor.
Yeah. He's got to struggle a little bit. But if he's going like that first at bat, where it's like 98, 99, 98, then like strike you out the breaking ball.
101.
Not fair.
It was so ridiculous.
It's not fair.
That was that was one of the coolest cracks of the bats you'll ever like remember. Will you not? That thing was insane.
I'm surprised he didn't break the ball.
Like blow up like that pigeon, right? Wasn't it the anniversary of that?
The Randy Johnson pitch?
Yeah, just the ball explodes like that.
I mean, you get cool stats like the one yesterday, and I'm sure you saw it, that he had the highest pitch from any starting pitcher so far this year, highest speed, and then also the highest exit velocity for any home run that's been hit this year.
Yep.
And he did it in the same game, which is preposterous.
It is. Oh, wait, here. You ready?
But he'll have a much better career and a much longer career if he stops pitching.
You guys heard? You just saw that right now. I heard a loud noise.
Are you scared somebody broke in?
I don't know. It's kind of freaking me out, though.
You have some fancy art there.
That's just like cheap Lowe's art. What the hell is this cat doing?
Attacking?
I think my cat's dying. I'm not going to lie.
How old is your cat?
Like not even a year yet.
He popped up.
Sorry, I know I keep barging in.
No, it's good.
Welcome. I just got, because I'm doing research for tomorrow's show, and I was just kind of building the whole casual angle because all the casuals are coming out now, and now they're college basketball experts. This could be the best one.
Oh no.
Well, I mean, it's just a lack of college basketball knowledge. Like if you follow the last couple of months, like you know what's going on at Gonzaga.
Oh, my bad.
No, don't worry about it.
That's the Otani photo I was looking for.
Is this real? Maybe this isn't even the real guy. Stuart Mandela covers college football. Says, I do feel bad for Mark Few, one of the best programs in the country for 20 years. To come so close twice now, who knows if and when he'll have another team like this one?
Next year?
They're the favorite to win next year. The odds are out. They're getting the number one player in the country, and they already got a top 15 guy. Is that really him? That is really him. That's the college football guy from The Athletic. Who knows when it's going to happen again? All right, I'm out. I promise.
No, it's okay. Stay around. You're good. Hold on, I'm retweeting that while we're on there.
It's a good picture, right?
Yeah. Hold on, I'm sending this tweet.
Look at those arms, dude. I see Steve laughing. Steve laughing.
Well, it's because you're just your man crush. This is so awesome. By the way, this clip is also going to be part of the show, the regular terrestrial show tomorrow. You just putting up muscle pictures of Shohei Ohtani. Will you dial it down?
Like, I'm surprised he hasn't just broken that bottle in his hand.
Right.
Plastic just rips it right in the half. Just a beast.
Yo,
his arms are frightening.
This guy is so fucking good. It's gonna be crazy. Now, yeah, They better win a title. An Ohtani Trout title. Let's go.
He could play power forward for Baylor.
Hell yeah, dude. He could be a tight end starting right now in the National Football League.
Is there anything Ohtani can't do? That's the question.
He can't do what the OGB was it OGBYN dog can do. That's for sure.
I wonder how many did anybody, if you're in the comments, did anybody ever end up watching Wonder Chosen? Because I've been watching it back and it is even more horrifying than I remember, but even more awesome than I remember. Like, how was that ever on television?
Dude, I'm telling you, bro. I know you don't remember it. Look up the Team Sanchez. I think that's what the show was called, Team Sanchez. It was like an extreme version of Jackass. Like one of them was just, all right, I got a nail gun. I'm just going to run up on my friends and shoot him through the big toe. And like he would just he would just ran up on this guy and shoots a nail gun right through his big toe into the floor. He's like, and they're all like, haha, you're crazy, Randall. Like, what? That shit's insane. That's not like, hey, buddies, like that's ridiculous. They dropped, I think it was, if I remember one of the other skits correctly, it was like 10 cannonballs, like, the brass cannonballs down a chute where they used to like throw cement down, and it would just come down and the guy was just sitting there, just like cannonballs hitting him in the crotch. They were insane.
There you go. Alex watched some Wonder Shows. Now, this show that you're referring to right now, go
ahead.
Would you be on the show for say like $250,000 a year?
No, need more than that. I do a lot. I do a lot for money, but like that's like potential risk. I would need more.
What about in your old job days?
What do you mean?
Say the job, whatever. I'm not going to say with the job. Say the job you had before Visa.
Oh, okay.
When you were making that, would you do it for $250,000 a year?
I definitely think more about it.
Okay, you'll take the nail gun to the big toe.
I mean, come on. I had to work at Target part-time. Like, yeah,
it's true. It's a fair point. I'm sure when you were working at the Bucks, I'm sure you would have done it.
Dude, working at Target sucked. Oh, it was Dirty. I think it was called Dirty Sanchez, by the way. And by the way, that's not a slight to Target. Like the institution itself was very well run. I'm going to make that clear. Like Target was great. The employee system was awesome. I just meant like
big Target's not listening.
Just in case. But like the actual job itself, like I would literally just get there at 2. And that was the other part sucked. But I get there at 2 a.m. and I would just for 7 hours just put stuff on shelves. Like that was it. That was to wake up at 2 to do that kind of stuff. Brutal.
sounds awful.
And then get off.
Don't you kind of have the store to yourself though?
I mean, no, because you're there. Because it was because when I started, it was right at Thanksgiving. I joined on purpose because I knew I'd be getting a job like that. So it was like busy time. So it was literally like 10 of us in a row. They were just like stocking cream corn and you know what I mean?
Would you stock it that fast?
Oh yeah, you had to. Yeah, like not like I wasn't literally like doing this, but like it was just like bam, 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 bam. All right, next slate, let's go. Whole store, bam, just like that. A lot of bam.
That does sound pretty awful. I gotta tell you because I feel like if you're working overnight, like it would be all right if you could just like put on some headphones, listen to podcasts or music or something, and just stock shelves by yourself. Like that wouldn't be that bad.
No, but you're not allowed to do that. I had to wear khakis and a red polo and stock shelves.
Even when the store was closed?
Yeah, bro.
Why?
I don't know. It was lame. That part was kind of lame. Sorry, Target. I'm just going to admit that right there.
Do you have an answer to that? Who buys cream corn from Target?
I didn't think it was like, is Target like known for its poor creamed corn?
Well, I just think food in general is probably not like it's not the best place to go grocery shopping.
I go grocery shopping at Target.
You do now?
Not like big time grocery shopping, but like if we're there and I need bananas or like a little something.
I don't think I'd get Target produce.
Why not? Target's upscale.
Upscale compared to what?
Only the finest. Kmart?
Well, Kmart doesn't have produce, first of all, and they're almost all out of business. Like I don't know that there's one in Vegas.
Who remembers, for the Vegas people, who remembers the Kmart on Spring Mountain and Rainbow? That was my Target.
First of all, this has been discussed over and over again. that is the worst plaza in Las Vegas.
I think in the world.
Kmart was holding it together,
Yep.
and they had like a mishmash of nonsense at those other stores, just a plethora of shit, and like it was just barely holding on because the Kmart. And then when the Kmart went out, it just basically became like a homeless shelter on that whole corner, except for the Burger King, which then also went out for a while because they remodeled it.
Remodeling it again.
Oh my god! So there was literally nothing at that corner, and yet the other three corners are thriving.
Yep,
Just thriving,
Bro.
Like, what was it about that corner?
Don't get me started, man. Back in the day when that Applebee's first opened up there across the street.
But that's on the other. That's on the good corner.
But that's what I'm saying. Like that was that corner, as the kids say, was popping. The corner
Of
was
course
popping.
It's a
Applebee's.
corner, and for those that don't know the corner, or maybe from out of town, how would it not be popping? There was a Applebee's, a Sizzler, and a TCBY.
Oh, I forgot about the TCBY. Yeah.
I mean, how would it not be the best corner in town? But then you got this other corner across the way. Couldn't even keep. There was a Dollar Tree couldn't stay open over there.
Remember Target too? Target across the way.
Well, yeah. There's the Target on one corner. There's
Yep.
the Asian supermarket on the other corner, which has a bunch of different stores open. And then there's the Walmart with like 1,000 stores. Look at the map. Look at this. And there's just the Burger King, and then Rainbow Dunes Center, I believe.
Oh,
Look at this.
here it is. Yeah,
Koreatown. Yeah, Koreatown on one
Rainbow
corner.
Dunes Center.
There's a Target on the bottom right.
Yep.
And then
over
this, this plaza with just nothing. That Applebee's is still there. There's a Krispy Kreme right there next to the Applebee's.
Let's zoom in. Let's go.
Did you call this up or did Steve call this up?
No, this is me.
Oh, nice. Good for you. Good work.
Like,
There's
here
so
you go.
much
See,
stuff here. That's the Krispy Kreme right there, right?
Wingstop. Yep. Krispy Kreme right here.
If you zoom out, there's like a whole plaza. But
Hey,
then
by the
look at
way,
this empty ass parking lot right here.
Yep. This right here, it's just nothing. It's just absolutely nothing except for this Burger King. Dude, by the way, this is a hardcore reference too, but right here, there's just the biggest pile of fucking dirt, and I drive by it every day. It's just a massive mountain. It's never gone anywhere.
It's like a coal mine.
Yeah.
What is that about? You say you drive by it now, or you used to drive by it?
I still drive by every once in a while because I'm still over here.
Oh,
Dude, yeah, Sizzler was the bomb, man. Sizzler was great.
Oh. It was great.
Sizzler was absolutely fantastic.
It was down here. It was down here. I'm pointing at nobody can see me. It was down here, just south of Spring Mountain on the on Rainbow. It was
What are you
perfect.
looking? Oh yeah, let's see. Yeah, and by the way, yeah, this is
Look
now
at
Walmart.
three,
Super
Super Walmart. All these other stores here.
IHOP, that was the shit when that got built. Yep, I remember that.
There's a Dollar Tree and a 99-cent store and a Sam's all at this corner. And then this, nothing. Just absolutely nothing there.
Went to this little Korean barbecue spot right here a couple months ago. That was pretty bomb.
Yeah,
This place has been here too, a little Koreatown.
Every parking lot is full on this corner. Zoom out. Look at even the Target parking lot, I'm sure, is full. It's not full, but there's plenty of cars over there.
Right. Let's go over here.
The Walmart parking lot,
Thriving. Look at that, thriving.
there's activity all over, and then just nothing. Dead
Look,
zone.
These people, no, there's got to be workers, right?
Yeah.
No,
sure.
nobody's. There's not 6 people at this Burger King.
Unless somebody. No, I bet somebody's selling those cars.
Is this car on the curb?
Which one?
Is this car on the curb?
No, yeah, I think it is.
Is this?
I think it might be. That's a good point.
It is, right?
Yeah, I actually don't think there was any video stores over there. There was a Radio Shack. That's fair, as Mark said.
Yeah.
Of course, those are all gone.
Yep. Viva Mikado. Yep. Now, here, you
Yeah.
want to look,
To CJ's point, if you want to put that up there, they were looking to buy it. It's like the second to last comment. They were looking to buy it, and the owner wouldn't sell. I've heard this, that they are insistent that land is just going to blow up, and because all the other corners are thriving, that somebody's just going to come in and give them like way over value for the lot. It ain't happening.
No.
It's not going to happen.
Look at
Just
that thing.
give it
Dude.
up. It's like the only dead corner in this whole city. There's one dead corner. It's that one.
This thriving metropolis.
It's just the one dead plaza. That's just a disaster. What a mess. Do you want to zoom all over town here? Are you looking for Von Tobel Middle School?
No, I don't even know where Von Tobel Middle School is, bro.
Just type it into that Google right there.
Hold on, I'm looking for something.
Oh no, this could not end well.
No, well, you know what annoys me about maps is like sometimes they don't show. All right, so here we go. We're down here. There it is. All right. Let's see. Where is it? Where's UNLV campus?
It's south of here. That's north of Flamingo.
Oh, damn. Oh, that's right. Good point. Yeah, that's Flamingo. There we go.
That's campus right there.
There you go. Look at right here. Running Rebel Plaza, bro. It's all Von Tobel property. So if you guys want to go support our businesses, that would be great. That's all I want to get out of the way. I own 2% of that property, apparently.
Really? Can you cash that in?
No, it's for school. I'm going to go get another PhD.
Okay. Is it for Diego's school?
No, it's for me. Then it also implies you just accepted that I have one PhD. I just said I'm going to go get another PhD.
School of Hard Knocks.
You just glossed over that.
For sure. Yeah,
Where am I looking up now?
I don't know. Oh, Von Tobel Middle School.
Oh, let's see. Yeah, let's see where it's at.
I don't even know where it is.
Wow, this is a great addition to the show, huh?
The Google Maps. The Google.
Yeah.
Look at that.
Pecos and Carey.
Oh, so yeah, actually, who did Brady have that in there already? Oh no, CJ Cardswick did. It's not a great neighborhood,
bro. One of the best mariachi bands for a junior high in the country.
One of the only.
One of the best.
I mean, well, I guess if you're one of the only, you're probably one of the best.
That is my proud fact.
I was actually going to ask you to call something else up, but it's probably this place is way too new for it to be on that map.
What is it?
I wanted to lose it. Me and you have argued about drive-thrus before.
Yeah.
Did you want to play this mariachi band first, or
no? I just want to show you that's
okay.
Von Tobel Middle School mariachi band. Awesome.
I believed you. We've argued about drive-thrus before, but there's something that really bothered me yesterday. Have you been to a Dutch Brothers drive-thru?
Yes.
And it's kind of the double drive-thru, right?
I've seen those double drive-thrus. The only one that's by my house, if I've gone to it, it's a single drive-thru.
Which one's by your house?
What, Rainbow and 215?
Okay. Yeah, that is a single. Yeah, you're right. It's around because it goes around the plaza.
Yeah, it goes around the yep.
There's one by the station now. Most of them are double drive-thrus because the line's so long all the time.
Talking about the one on Trop in Fort Apache?
Yep, Trop and Fort Apache is this one, and it's kind of blind. So
yeah.
if you come around that plaza and you turn into the drive-through line, you don't really know how long they are until you actually turn and see it in there. So it's kind of luck of the draw, right? I mean, you have to pick. You have to pick which one you're going to go in, and you get in the line, and you go. Now, yesterday, I will say, and I'm sure it's very frustrating, but the person that was just ahead of me picked the exact wrong one.
Okay.
I am so in the cult LV Pickle Gamer. Like I've got the app. I'm earning points. I've got the stickers.
You're a Dutch bro.
I'm a Dutch bro. There's no question. So the absolutely no question about it. The person was ahead of me. They picked the wrong line. But once you commit, like you're in. Like it's not like I've talked about the ATM machines before, where like if there's two ATMs, I'm totally cool if you stay back.
Yeah. Don't
pick a line. And then whichever one is open, you go to that one. And you can form a single file line and then each pick as you go. I think that's totally fine. But in this case, like once you pick a line, you're in that one. And then it's two lines and it merges into one. And so it's every other car, right? I mean, that's how, if we're in a society, this is how we're functioning. You go this lane, then this lane, then this lane, then this lane. That's how we roll. Now, this person clearly was agitated. Like you could see they were like banging on their steering wheel, like I picked the wrong one. Like they're annoyed. So I'm like, this is going to be a problem. I already know this. I can see this coming a mile away. And as we get up, it's our turn to merge. The car from their lane goes. Now it's my turn. And they literally like stick to the bumper of the car in front. Like they're not going to let me go. They're going to go. Two are going to go. And so on some, like I was annoyed, of course. But on some level, I was like, you know what? They did get here before me.
No, there's not.
No, hold on. Well, they did, so this sucks. I'm pissed. That's not right. But okay. You good work. You know, you stuck to the bumper of the car in front of you. You got in line first. Way to go. 9 drinks, John.
Oh my god. What a piece of shit.
9 drinks. I was fucking furious. Because they pull up, it takes forever to order. Because somebody comes to the window or whatever and orders. It's taking forever to order, and I'm like, this is taking a long time. I hope there's just a confusing order, and it's not a lot of drinks. Like, we'll see. And then as soon as they pull up, there's no drinks ready, but I see the person handing them 3 carriers.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh no. oh no. We're done.
What a piece of shit.
Can we just say, if you're don't cut people in line, don't do it. But if you do, I was gonna say 1, 2 drinks. 2. And if you know you're ordering 9, let's wave somebody ahead, especially if they're supposed to be going ahead. I would say wave somebody ahead even if they're not supposed to be ahead of you. But especially if you're cutting somebody,
right,
there needs to be a limit. Absolutely has to be.
That's hilarious, dude.
It wasn't hilarious to me.
Such a bad person.
I was livid. I honestly wanted to get out of the car and walk up and just calmly, not scream at them, but just be like, "Hey, listen. Next time you're ordering 9 drinks, you wave somebody ahead of you. We don't do this." And you said before that the drive-thru is not to be in a hurry. We've argued about this. I get it. I think if you're in the drive-thru, you're supposed to be in a hurry. There shouldn't be any
no. It's about convenience. It's not about time.
It's about time. But there's no option at Dutch Brothers. You can't order at the window, and you can't order in advance.
The one at Rainbow, you can.
You can
at least order. Yeah, because I've been in line. I've been standing in the cold while Isabel gets to sit in the heater.
Okay. Well, I mean, I know the Blue Diamond one is the one I go to the most. There's a big sign that says no walk-up orders.
Well, because that one's part of the one on the Rainbow's part of a building, kind of.
Right. Yeah. It is.
You get a little standing area.
Maybe I'll start going to that one.
McDonald's. McDee's. Do they have good coffee? I've heard
but they've got the double drive-through line.
Oh yes, I've been there. Actually, The other day when I went to go pick up food for my wife, the same thing happened to me. Like it was my turn. I had ordered, and actually, there was another time. Here's a moral dilemma. The guy in front of me picked the correct, he didn't pick the correct line. He's an older dude. There's the 2 drive-thrus, but he just gets in the one behind the guy that's already at the speaker.
Okay. Right.
Just doesn't go to the other one. And so the second that guy's done, when he pulls up, swoop into the other one. And technically he got there first, but I got, the speaker obviously connected to me because it, alternates, I guess. I don't know. That's my assumption of that operation. And so I got to order and then just drive by him, and he looked at me like this fucking whippersnapper.
But there's not much you can do in that case because you're ahead. And if you went behind him in his line, the next person's just going to roll up and go in the short line, cut in front of both of you.
Yeah.
So there's really not that much you can do. Oh man, it's rough. So to answer that question, no, I'm not always in the line. And I have a system in my head. I know I leave myself 40 minutes for every Dutch Brothers appearance. That's about what you need. About 40 minutes. And I know about how long, when I drive by that one, so I intentionally go to that one on Blue Diamond because if you drive right by it, there's 2 other coffee places within a half mile that never have anyone in line.
Mm.
So you can say, okay, if there's more than, say, 22 cars in line and it goes back behind the Don Tortaco, then then you just go to the next coffee place.
Do you have a place? So Don Tortaco for me is a place I drive by all the time, and I go, I want to try that place.
You
And
never have?
I never try.
Wait, have you tried Roberto's?
Well, yeah, of course.
Then you've tried Don Tortaco.
Nah, their sign's yellow.
Mm.
There's something different.
It might be the best business plan ever, John. They copied the menu, and they just made everything like 5 cents cheaper, and it's the same food.
Down. But it's like, but I drive by it all the time, and every time I'm like, I want to try that place, and I never try it.
You have. It's Roberto's.
Nah, not that place. You know what else? I have a list of. There's 2 other places I've wanted to try. Maybe you've tried them. Maybe people in the audience have tried them.
El Pollo Loco.
I love El Pollo Loco. They actually just built one up the street. Totally down. Fuku Burger.
Tremendous.
Okay. And Dirt Dogs.
Have not tried it. That's on Rainbow, the one over there.
Yeah.
I think it's an LA place. I'm not sure about that.
Bro, they do a great job of advertising because anytime I'm on Instagram, it's where I see their videos. Like every time.
Yeah,
100% of the time.
They do a good job on that.
Looks very
They
good.
look delicious.
Bacon wrapped wieners and French fries and cheese sauce and all sorts of stuff.
How exotic would you go on a hot dog?
The problem with a lot of those is I just feel like I wouldn't like it would just I want to take a bite. I just want the experience. I don't want to eat the whole thing. So I'd try some crazy ones. Like they have an elote dog that looks pretty good, I think, if I remember correctly. That looks pretty bomb.
So we talked about this earlier on the radio show, and I know you were with me when I tried the new place at Town Square last week. But they had some pretty extravagant burgers. I was trying to talk you into going with one.
Oh, that place was new?
If it was to me, that's the first time
Yeah.
I went.
You can't remember what that place was called, but yeah, they had did they have the glazed donut sandwich?
They had no, it was a burger. But you can get a chicken sandwich on
Okay.
it also. But yeah, 2 glazed donuts and then the burger in between was one. But the one I was much more intrigued by, yes, it is Sickies too, Mr. Rogers.
Yes.
The one I was more intrigued by was 2 grilled cheese sandwiches acting as the bun,
Oh yeah.
and then the burger in between. I mean, that's about as good as you can get for a food.
That's ridiculous. That sounds pretty good.
How did you not order that?
Well, because there's no way I would get close to finishing that. Do you know what the heartburn and like constipation would be like after a meal like that? It'd be insane.
Isn't it worth it?
No, God no. Not how you're gonna feel the next day. Quadruple bypass burger. Now we got to go. No. You know where? Are we gonna go this week before my wife comes back?
Yeah, we should. You want to go? Are you doing nightcap tomorrow?
Yeah, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. So
Oh, bastard!
yeah.
We can go after the show Thursday.
All right. Are they open late? We're talking about to fill people in. I've never been to Texas de Brazil.
Yes, which is a huge mistake. on
Yeah,
your
never
part.
never been before. Always wanted to. So Adam, we're gonna go.
Don't eat at all on Thursday.
Okay.
Just go in ready.
I'll work my fat ass out too. So I'll be like,
Just be-
I'll be ready.
Be on a mission.
I'll be light and light and slick, ready to go.
They'll try to challenge you. Like they do try to get like aggressive if you keep it on green for too long. Because the concept is you have
Keep it
Like
on
a-
green.
so you have like an hourglass type thing on your table.
Okay.
Yeah,
Lot,
the bisque.
bisque?
You have
I
an
love it.
hourglass.
love
One
good
side is
lobster bisque.
one side is green, one side is red, and you kind of get in there, you get settled, keep it on red. You go to maybe the salad bar. I don't know how they're doing that now. Last year when we went, it was like they would bring you stuff from the salad bar. You wouldn't go up to it, but I don't know what they're doing now. But you kind of get settled in and get like the apps, and then Steve came in with nobody there.
That's freaky.
And then you turn green, and then they just start pounding meat to your table. It is just like, here, you want this, you want this, you want this, you want this. So they're just carving it off on your plate and just trying to overwhelm you like a Baylor defense. it's insane. And then if you turn red, then they stop or at least slow down.
Yeah.
Then you can turn it back green if you want to. But they're really just, as somebody said, don't eat the bread and salad because they're just trying to fill you up so you don't eat the meat.
Right.
And then they're trying to give you meat so fast that you just pass out and you can't eat any more meat. But if you take your time, it's I mean, you could really do some damage there.
I'm down. All right. Yeah, we're gonna go.
I gotta go.
Right, so.
You're in. I feel like we need to wait for Diego to come back and see how much meat he can down there.
He's not a big meat eater. Like, he likes chicken, but we actually really haven't given him steak, so I don't even know how he would respond to that. You can try that.
What's his first steak gonna be?
I don't know.
I mean,
Probably
do you
some
go?
shit that I make him.
Yeah, do you go like a fancy steak and get him to like see if he really likes something good, or you just like give him like if you burn one, you're like, all right, try this one, kid.
Nah, I think I
Maybe
go
he's turned off.
I've given him like a piece of like a ribeye that I made, pretty good. He was in, like a real man should, likes his meat.
What's his favorite food?
Probably chicken nuggets. Always chicken nuggets. Gotta do colon cleanse.
Does he go
Also-
sauce?
Yeah, we also not really kind of likes ketchup, but not that much. We also tricked him though. I have these new nuggets, but they're broccoli cheese nuggets, and we just call them chicken nuggets, and he loves them. Little suckers eating vegetables almost every day. Not every day. That's a lot.
Wait,
but,
broccoli
you know.
cheese nuggets?
Yeah, it's like broccoli with like a little bit of cheese, and then it's like breaded, and you put them in the oven, so they're like a healthier option instead of just giving them chicken nuggets and papas all day.
My one of my dogs loves asparagus.
I love asparagus too.
It's delicious. I mean, I eat it all the time, but it's very weird that like my dog will go crazy. Asparagus and shrimp.
How do you make your asparagus?
I don't know.
I mean, you don't know. You just said you eat it,
Eat it up.
bro. Okay,
Eat it up.
easy. I think if it's probably 400 degrees, 400 degrees, salt, pepper, olive oil. Just toss it all together. Put it on a cookie sheet. Throw it in the oven. That's it.
Sounds all right.
Simple, delicious, awesome.
Air fryer.
I mean, maybe that would work too. Does that make them crispy? Because it's really good when you put them in there for a little bit. They get a little charred on one side, get a little crispy. I like to sprinkle it with olive oil, salt, and pepper, and then use my hands. Get in there.
I was trying to look up some of the meat selections at Texas State Brazil and see which ones you would say yes and no to.
All right, let's do this, and then I got to get out of here because I have a.
What do you have to do?
I have to write, and I have an email to respond to from Paul Howard about my spot tomorrow on Follow the Money. Okay.
And I think I've discussed this before that like I can't if I start watching something, I'm not stopping.
Mhm.
Like it's just gonna continue. And I thought it was 4 parts. It ended up being 6. So it ended at 7:30 a.m. But everybody's got to watch it. It's about the origins of QAnon.
Okay.
It's on HBO Max. I think it's called like Calm Before the Storm or Before the Storm, something like that. Yeah, to Mark. Yes, I watched it and it was insanely good. But also because it started as you got all kinds of stuff there. Oh, here you go. Yeah, Into the Storm. That was it. It starts as an exploration of like where it started. Like how did this phenomenon start?
Yeah.
And is it like people that are connected? Is it just like some random like hackers? Like how is it? And he was trying to figure that out. And what happened is that he kind of stumbled across this story of like a weird ass American dude that lives in the Philippines and has all these businesses. And he hired like a programmer who's a quadriplegic, but just brilliant. And he hired him like on the promise of like, hey, you're going to get women and we'll have you a helper that carries you around and stuff and helps you out with everything. And then really kind of exploited him and took advantage of him. And it was kind of the battle between those guys, but it was kind of tied into where, Q came from and where the origins are and like how people started buying into it and everything.
Mm-hmm.
It is tremendously good. So I would highly recommend anybody watches it. All right. So John, what they do is they carry around skewers. Sorry to go back to
Okay.
Texas State Brazil. But they carry around skewers. Like the waiters just bring it around and they're like, do you want this? Do you want this? Do you want this? Do you want this? Herb marinated pork loin.
Sounds good to me.
Leg of lamb.
Sounds good to me.
Filet mignon wrapped in bacon.
Sounds great to me.
That's tremendous. Just regular filet.
Okay.
Braised beef ribs.
Okay.
Lamb picanha.
I'll try anything once.
chicken breast wrapped in bacon.
That sounds boring. I'd skip on that one.
This one of my favorite things on the menu, but might not sound like it. Parmesan crusted pork loin,
Okay, that sounds great.
insanely good. Barbecued pork ribs, flank steak,
Wow.
lamb chops, Brazilian sausage, and then another petite fillet.
There you go. Look at this. Your herb marinated pork loin. I'd try all these.
Oh, dude, they're all insanely good.
I mean, I might try one of those. It's just boring. I've had chicken. I've had bacon. Lamb chops are a rarity. Parmesan crusted pork loin. There you go.
Crusted pork loin, dude. Oh,
And this is all I can. This is all I can handle, huh?
yeah. They carry these skewers around and they drop it onto your plate, whatever you want.
Let's go. Bring it on. I'm in.
I love that you're just gonna be. Yes, this is all free pub. I didn't know there was a Vice series on Q. I'll have to watch that one too.
Good point, Pickle Gamer.
a lot of free pops for a lot of different places, so that's good.
Especially that Kmart over on Spring Mountain.
Are you freaked out that door is open behind you? By the way,
No, it's been open.
I know, but it's just weird. Like open doors freak me out.
Really?
Yeah, I think we've talked about this before. I can't sleep with my door open, like my bedroom door.
Huh.
Like I've
Yeah.
never been able to.
I always slept with it closed, but I can do either one. What I'm saying is I'm fearless.
Clearly,
Right. Just do whatever I want,
yeah, you will, and you will. You'll talk about your love for Otani, and you'll finally have the Texas Day Brazil this week.
So you guys want to see my home?
Yeah,
There's a
it's good.
cat tower.
There was a lot of planning around that couch.
Yep. There's a couch. There's our shoe rack. There's my table. This is where I'm looking. This is what I'm looking at. It's TV.
You have TV on right now?
There's another TV.
Look at this. Good setup.
Yeah.
Is one the gaming TV and one's the television?
I accidentally unhooked my camera. So like this TV has both of them hooked into it. That's just got cable, and this one's got cable. Got the PS5, bro.
What are you playing?
2K, Call of Duty. Anybody want to play Call of Duty? Hit me up. Danny _ sandwiches is my gamer tag on PS5. So
So stupid.
I play with Big Mac, Ryan McKinnell, all the time.
Is he good?
I mean, I'm the best that I've ever run into, so not as good as me, bro.
Okay. No, are you on the same team or do you shoot each other?
Yeah, we're always on the same team.
And you
But
go.
I have recently challenged him to a series of one-on-one matches.
When you're on the same team, do you fight Germans or who do you fight?
No, it's like some. I want to say it's the Russians again.
I just
That's
have my only point of reference is from The Office when they were playing.
Right. No, I think it's the Russians. Bro, oh, Mark, let me tell you. No, not yet. Did not manage to cancel my subscription.
Dude, to LV. Nice. You watching old Wimbledon highlights?
Well, it was. I didn't realize that the Angels game was over.
It is. You did, and Otani didn't pitch, so there's no reason for you to watch. He only pinch hit. There's a lot going on there.
Sliding glass door. The cat perch.
Dude, by the way, to this question, I tried to play Among Us. I can't do it. I can't figure it out. Hey, that's me.
That's what I'm looking at. I can only show you parts of the desk, though. Other parts, I can't.
Some disturbing things on there.
Yep. Some things that might get me in trouble. Some Paul Pierce type things.
Well, I still can't believe somebody tried to get us with the Rachel Nichols comment.
No, it's ridiculous.
Please do not put that in our.
Once you have kids, no longer become an issue for what I was told.
Okay.
I mean, yeah. I mean, that's part of it. We always I'm used to having my door open because just so I can hear the kid at night.
Don't you have like a monitor?
I mean, I do, but like, it's not worth it. He's not going to fall out of bed or anything like that, Not anymore.
Were you scared of that for a while?
Oh, he fell out of the bed.
Really?
Yeah, when he was little too.
How scary?
So I was terrified. So here, let me put this back on. So, and it's actually a decent story too. So I had just put him down, like he had fallen asleep, right? And we put him down in the room, And keep in mind, my room has like the bed's raised. You know what I mean? It's up and it's got the box spring. So I'd say it's like 5 feet from the bed to the floor, right? And so we put him on there, but it was at the time where he'd started moving around and stuff. And so I put him down to sleep. I walk into the living room and I sit down on the chair, and I'm sitting there, and I just hear like a thud.
Oh no.
And for some reason, it could have been anything. I live in an apartment complex. The second I heard that thud, I just knew. I was like, that was my son's body. Like that was my son. My infant son just totally fell off the bed. And then it's funny because we're watching TV, but the chair that I'm in is closest to the door. So I heard it. Isabel didn't. And so Isabel goes, "What's wrong?" And I just get right up. I don't even say anything. And like it was like a half-second delay. And I just hear, like the kid just starts crying. And sure enough, I run into the room and there's my infant son just like on the floor, just laying down. I think what happened was he fell off like on his butt. You know what I mean? So it kind of freaked him out. So he didn't get hurt. But yeah, holy shit, dude. My heart.
But you're the one that put him down?
Yeah.
So it was on you?
Yeah. There was also the time that I dropped a bottle of baby lotion on his face. It's like it wasn't like a bottle. It wasn't that big, but it's like I don't know if you've ever seen butt paste, but it comes in like these little tubes like this big, you know?
Okay.
And so like I was changing them and I just went to grab it, and when I was pulling it over, I just accidentally dropped it on his face. He cried.
Oof. Did
I'm 6'1".
Well, I mean, I think the question is, can you actually measure how high the top of your mattress is from the floor? 5 feet sounds really high.
It seems here. Hold on, let's hold on.
You're gonna go do it?
Yeah.
All right. I guess I'll talk as we're here. So, John, for those that are just joining us, said that he thinks between the high frame, the large box spring, and the large mattress, that his bed is 5 feet above the ground, and that might be how far his son fell. A lot of people in the chat disputing that. I was disputing that. It seems very high. I'm going to guess 4. That's going to be my guess.
3.5.
Okay, that's better. That is a big difference between 5. 5 would be like you'd have to jump into bed, like a high jump.
Not really.
Like you'd have to do the Fosbury flop to get into bed.
I have a ladder.
Somebody said over under 38, so it is over 38.
Yeah.
40 inches? No, 42.
I was looking for the big numbers.
Okay. So about 42.
Yeah.
That's fair.
Like a Von Tobel thump.
It's true. It's true.
I'm trying to think. My wife did something messed up to him the other day on accident. It was pretty good.
He's on vacation with her. I asked for more photos from her, and she did send a beach photo today of him.
Yeah, they went to the beach. He had his first. What's the word I'm looking for? Easter egg hunt the other day.
Did he enjoy it?
It seemed like he did.
I mean, I feel like I'm trying to think back. I saw the Instagram stories. It didn't seem like he was really like aggressively pursuing the eggs.
No, I think he was still learning the concept for sure.
I will say, of everybody who posted their children doing Easter egg hunts on Instagram,
okay,
number 1 was Riley Smith and his girlfriend. I don't think they're married yet.
Okay.
Incredible. And by the way, not a kid, a dog. Their dog looking for Easter eggs in the backyard, finding them, bringing them back to get them opened up is one of the greatest things I've ever viewed in my life. It was
there. He is.
Hey, look at that guy. First of all, he looks. I'm not insulting your kid, John. He looks like he's Jorge Masvidal and like ready to go fight somebody. He's definitely got that hair.
Yeah, the hairs get a little wild.
I love it.
Early.
That's a super long handle on the Easter basket.
It really is. It puts him in an awkward position. Like you can't really run with it, you know?
Yeah. I mean, I'm totally here for the outfit, and the hair is tremendous. I just feel like that's way too long of a handle.
Definitely is.
Who picked that out? Not you, obviously. That was the wife.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
What happened? Oh, that's what happened. Come here. All right, say goodnight, Figs.
What happened to Figs?
Her collar probably got slid off or something.
Is that why she's freaking out?
Yep, she probably got stuck in it.
By the way, I can't breathe just from seeing that cat.
Oh, yeah.
My allergies are kicking in.
Ah.
Is she really a good cat?
All right, folks, I got to get out of here.
And you can't see it because they delete after 24 hours, so you missed it.
Yep.
Just keep my word for it. Follow both Riley and his girlfriend. I think Melissa is her name. They always have great dog content, so check that out.
We will be back on Monday. Adam is back throughout the week, right? So,
Yeah, some other time, Thursday maybe.
all right, folks, thanks for tuning in.
Sweet.